AfroTales Podcast is a part of the Connected Podcast Network. Chef. Yes, Glio. Don't you love how we get to share our stories and recipes? Yes, I enjoy it greatly. Do you know what makes it possible for everyone to hear us? Yes, Glio. Our voices, obviously. True, but it's also Anchor, a hosting platform that distributes the podcast to places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and others. Oh, yes. And isn't everything needed to make a podcast in one place? That's correct. And the best thing of all, Chef, it's free. Free, you say? Free. And all I had to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. So, you just had to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Yep, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and do what we're doing now. Fantastic, Grio. Simply fantastic. I know, Chef. I know.
Hello and welcome. I'm Aman Mazingo, and this is the AfroTales Podcast, a show that will explore the folklore, tales, myths, and legends of the African diaspora. Today we stay in the American Southwest. We get another story about these frenemies, enemies, old lost friends, whoever they are to each other, Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox. So sit back, relax, and listen to the story. Aint No Chicken. Ain't no chicken. One day, after Brer Fox had been doing all that he could do to catch Brer Rabbit, and Brer Rabbit had been doing all he could do to keep from doing it, Brer Fox said to himself that he'd pull a good trick on Brer Rabbit. So right away, Brer Rabbit came lopping up the road, looking just as plump, as fat and as sassy as a horse in a barley patch. "Hold on there, Brer Rabbit," said Brer Fox. "I've got a mind." "I ain't got time, Brer Fox," said Brer Rabbit. "But I want to talk to you about something really important, Brer Rabbit," said Brer Fox. So Brer Rabbit said, all right, Brer Fox. But you better yell it from where you're standing because I'm really bothered with fleas this morning. And I really don't want you to get them. "I saw Brer Bear yesterday," yelled Brer Fox. "And it sort of racked me over the coals because you and me ain't such good friends anymore. So I told him I'd see you and I'd talk to you about making friends again." Well, Brer Rabbit scratched one ear with his hind foot and said, Why don't you drop around tomorrow and have dinner with me? We ain't got a lot of food at the house, but I expect the old woman and the children can come scramble around and get up something that'll keep back your hunger for a while." "Well, I'm agreeable to that, Brer Rabbit," said Brer Fox. "Then I'll depend on it," said Brer Rabbit. Next day, Mr. Rabbit and Mrs. Rabbit got up early before daybreak and raided the garden and got some cabbages and some roasting ears of corn and some asparagus, and they fixed up a smashing dinner. By and by, one of the little rabbits playing out in the backyard came running in hollering, oh mama, I saw Mr. Fox coming." And then Brer Rabbit took the children by the ear and made them sit down. And they waited quietly there until Mr. Fox arrived. But they kept on waiting because Brer Fox didn't come. After a while, Brer Rabbit went to the door and peeped out. and there sticking out from behind the corner was the tip of Brer Fox's tail. And then Brer Rabbit shut the door quickly and sat down and put his paws behind his ears and began to sing. The place where you spill your grease is right there where you're bound to slide. And where you find a bunch of hair, you'll surely find the hide. The next day, Brer Fox sent word with Mr. Mink to excuse himself because he had been too sick to come. He asked Brer Rabbit to come and take dinner with him, and Brer Rabbit sent word that would be all right. So that evening, Brer Rabbit brushed himself up and sauntered down to Brer Fox's house. When he got there, he heard somebody groaning, and he looked into the door and he saw Brer Fox sitting in the rocking chair, all wrapped up in a flannel and looking mighty weak. Brer Rabbit looked all around, but he didn't see any dinner. The dishpan was sitting on the table, and close by was a carving knife. It looked like you're going to have chicken for dinner, Brer Fox, said Brer Rabbit. Yes, Brer Rabbit, they are nice and fresh and tender, said Brer Fox. Then Brer Rabbit sort of pulled his mustache and said, You don't have any calamus root, do you, Brer Fox? I've gotten so that I can't eat any chicken without it being seasoned up with calamus root. And with that, Brer Rabbit leaped out of the door and dodged among the bushes and sat there watching for Brer Fox. And he didn't have to watch long neither, because Brer Fox threw off that flannel and crept out of the house and got in position to close in on Brer Rabbit when he got back. So in a little while, Brer Rabbit hollered out, Oh, Brer Fox, I'll just put your calamus root out there on this stump. You better come out and get it while it's fresh. And with that, Brer Rabbit galloped home, and Brer Fox hasn't ever caught him yet. The end. These two. What can you say? If you haven't realized that Brer Rabbit, for the kids, I guess my mother's generation is when it came out, but even today, this is Bugs Bunny, okay? If you haven't realized that yet, I need you to understand. Bugs Bunny is a variation of Brer Rabbit. Who the fox is yet, I have not decided. Maybe Elmer Fudd? Maybe? I don't know. But you can look at Merry Melodies, Looney Tunes, and everything like that and see the Brer Rabbit tales. Made for a more modern audience. So if you liked Looney Tunes growing up, if you liked Bugs Bunny, if you like that type of slapstick and that type of comedy, that type of animation, you can see those in the Brer Rabbit tales. So if you've thought about, hey, I don't really get Brer Rabbit, or hey, Brer Rabbit reminds me of somebody. Yeah, that's Bugs Bunny all day. And this is just another tale about how how Brer Rabbit can use his wits, use his observation, use his skills to keep out of danger. I'm not saying all tales he's going to be able to keep out of danger. That's not the case. That's not what's going to happen. He will get his comeuppance from time to time. It's just not always. And most times when he gets himself into a situation, he manages to get out. Quick-witted people can do that. They can get into a situation, understand the situation, and get out of the situation. And in this story, you see that with Brer Rabbit. you see him agree to, burying the hatchet. But then realize, I don't know if this guy is really trying to bury the hatchet or is just trying to lull me to a sense of security, false security, that is. And he catches on quick. He catches on real quick and doesn't allow Bruh Fox to get him. And some of us have dealt with those kind of people in real lives, that ex that comes back talking sweet and everything. That friend that crossed you coming back and saying, "Hey, I miss being friends with you. We should have a drink," and you just watch them a little bit, and you say, "You know what? Ain't nothing changed about them. They still doing the same things they always did." I'm not the only one that's experienced this. I know for a fact that some of you guys have experienced this situation, especially when you get with an ex. You guys broke up. It doesn't have to be a bad breakup, but for whatever reason, you guys stopped dating, or you got a divorce, or whatever. The relationship ended, and some time passes. You meet them again. You meet them again, and they say, "You know what? I miss you. I'm better now. Let's try it again." And you do. And you try it again. You let them back in your life. And after a while, you realize you're the same. You haven't changed. I'm out of here. Sometimes it takes us that long to let people back in our lives and for them to hurt us again, for us to realize ain't nothing changed about them. Be like Brer Rabbit, though. When that person tries to come back, be like Brer Rabbit. Be skeptical. Be cautious. And look at everything that's going on and say, is this a change or are they the same? And if they're the same, be like Brer Rabbit and get out of there. All right? Well, thank you for listening to the story. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I appreciate it. And until next time, have a great day. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for supporting and sharing this podcast with your family and friends. You can always find Afro Tales Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. If you want to leave me a message or a tweet, I can be found on Twitter at AfroTalesCast, on Instagram and Facebook at AfroTalesPodcast, and now on Coffee at coffee.com/AfroTalesPodcast, where you can financially support me for the price of one small cup of coffee. However you support, I thank you and I appreciate it always. So until next time, have a great day.